What's going on, guys and girls? Rob with you this evening. I have no guests over here. I have no guests over here. I have no guests above me. I have no guests down here. Tonight is open mic night. Open to the public night. You got something you want to say, you come say it. As long as it's not dirty, as long as it's, yeah. So if you want to come on, all you got to do is just simply say, Rob, I'd like to come on. You can do your thing. Um, First off, um, the news of the day: Stephon Gilmore. He was going to get cut by the Patriots. The Panthers knew if he got cut, he was going down south and play for Tampa. The Panthers made a push for him and ended up getting him. They ended up giving a little bit something up. Tampa did not want to give up a draft pick at all. And player for player is very, very difficult to do nowadays. So more often than not, player for draft pick, player for money. That's the way it gets done. Panthers are getting it done, and they're playing well. They're playing well. They're 3-1, going into the 5th week this week, and we'll see what they end up doing. Big shout out to my man Keith White. Sent me a game. I got it today. Stupid ass people. We'll talk about dumbasses in just a few minutes. There's some I gotta call out. It's nobody on the channel, thank goodness, as far as I know. And if he does come on the channel, I'm talking about him. Tough shit. So that's just the way it works. But yeah, 6:30 here on the East Coast. Baseball coming on tonight. Good evening, Cleveland baseball fan. Baseball tonight. Scherzer. I'm just saying Scherzer versus the Cardinals. And what's going to be the biggest thing for me is Scherzer's always, any big game, been handed the ball and said, Bulldog, take care of it. When will the manager for the Dodgers, Dave Roberts, have the balls to take the ball out of his hand tonight? I don't think it happens before the 7th inning. Even with that bullpen, I don't think he's going to take the ball out of his hand before the 7th inning tonight. We'll see what happens. Should be very, very, very interesting. Yeah, dumb ass of the week has got to be my FedEx carrier. Keith sent us Monday, mailed this off to me Monday. Status Pro basketball. It's raining at my house. It's raining at my house. It came in a box, obviously the FedEx box, and the dumbass left it in the rain. He left it in the rain, rang the doorbell. As soon as he rang the doorbell, he ran back to his van. Why? Because the son of a bitch didn't want to get wet. Well, dude, my package was in the rain, you dumbass. So let me tell you what happened. I was here. My wife was here. All of a sudden, ding, 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 the doorbell gets rung 3 times. By the time I walk outside, the van is riding off. I'm looking on my porch for a package. And I'm like, what the hell? What's going on? What the hell's going on? The wife says, go out there and look on the front stoop of the house. I go out there, it's drizzling rain. It hadn't hurt anything but my God, had I not been here, it would have been ruined. We're talking about a game from the early 90s. One of the original Avalon Hill games. Now, I'm going to try to get the guy fired, but damn, next time I see him, I'm going to say, what the hell are you thinking? What kind of stupid shit is that? Put it under my damn porch. I've got a porch. I can park my car in it. I just didn't understand that move at all. I thought that was a bullshit move, but that's just me. I've got my first game going on. Who's winning the World Series? That's still down the road. Their numbers. We'll see what happens. I kind of like Tampa though. I like Tampa more and more and more. I've got the game on my tabletop, and you guys have seen me play on my tabletop before. The 81-82 Celtics against the 81-82 as trashed up of the year nominee. Yeah. 81-82 Sixers. And they're playing in Boston Garden. Man, what a high-scoring game. I decided the first half we're going to play straight defenses with both teams. A bad idea, man. Bad idea. 65-65 halftime. 65-65 at halftime. What's up, Keith? It's crazy. And I'm sure anybody that knows NBA from 81-82 can tell me who's probably leading the teams in scoring. Leading the Sixers in scoring, it's not even close. 24 points at halftime. Dr. J. Andrew Toney has 12. Bobby Jones has 11. Moses only has 9 points. Moses Malone. Mo Cheeks, 1 point. He's taken 4 shots, but all he got was 1 free throw to go now. Then the Celtics leading the way with 25 is Larry Bird. Larry, first half numbers are just crazy. 25 points. 11 rebounds, and he did get himself 1 foul. Danny Ainge had a great first quarter, scored 8, but in the second quarter he was out a lot. Let's see. Mikhail had a good first quarter as well. Parrish has 11 points at halftime. Mikhail with 8, Ainge with 8. Henderson was 6, Cornbread Maxwell with 5. In the first quarter, there was a Z rating card that came out. Moses had to sit on the bench. Moses sat on the bench immediately when that happened. I brought out Cornbread Maxwell, and I let Mikhail sit. I figured we won't be playing Mikhail, we won't try to get Mikhail as many shots as maybe we'd try to get our center shots. And that's why Parrish had 9 points in the second quarter. He had an 11 overall. Malone had to sit, and then Mikhail ended up having to sit in the second quarter. And that's what in the second quarter, rather. Malone sat in the first. And it just allowed Bird to just go crazy. 65-65. And that's a test game. First game I'm going to have on the channel is an 81-82 game. I wanted to kind of go, is this Status Pro Basketball? It is, Matt. It is. And this is from the 90s. But I'm playing anyone in foul trouble? Yeah, there are a couple guys with 2 fouls. In fact, Cornbread Maxwell has 3. Quinn Buckner has 2 for the Celtics. Moses and Dr. J both have 2. Not really anything bad, but fouls should not come into play. 65-65 halftime in that game. I picked up 2 teams that I thought were very, very interesting in 81-82. Not the best teams by far, because both of them were second-place teams in their divisions. But I remember watching this team play a lot in the late 70s, early 80s. Very, very impressed by the Seattle Supersonics. Fred Brown, Lonnie Shelton, Jack Sigma, Gus Williams. And that year they went 52-30. 52-30. What's up, Darius? The thing of it is, they were the 5th best defensive team in the country, fifth best defensive team in NBA. So I figured, what the hell? You going to be the 5th best NBA team? Thanks. I appreciate it. We'll see what the Red Sox can do tomorrow night. We'll see. Or tomorrow. I think they play tomorrow. So with Seattle, I thought, well, they're a good team. They're 5th best defense. Why don't you just play the best offense? And that's Denver Nuggets. Denver Nuggets, man, oh man, earlier. Yeah, Sigma being a buck. Yeah, you're right. But here he's a Sonic. And then Denver Nuggets, Alex English, Kiki Vandeweghe, Dan Issel. Throw T.R. Dunn in there. T.R. Dunn was a 6'6" guard, 6'7" guard, something like that. He got the most rebounds, I think, by a guard in that year. I want to say he had 7 rebound games. He's a guard. He was a guard and played forward sometimes too when Issel when Vandeweghe or English. Yeah, Sigma was on that title team. I want to say 79 or 80. Yeah. Was that against the Bullets? I want to say, I'm not sure, but Sigma was on that team. He was. So Denver Nuggets, man. Anybody have any idea in 81, 82? And like I said the Nuggets were the highest scoring team. Can you imagine how many points they averaged a game? In 81, 82, this surprised the shit out of me. Has anybody got any, just a guess, how many points the Nuggets average scored in a game? 81, 82. We're talking 40 years ago. It surprised me. It really did. The number surprised me. I would have thought I would have missed by a lot. Cleveland baseball fan says 135. Now it's a little high. No, Darius, not 142. Now that's a little bit high too. Still though, 124 says Keith. He's close, 126.5. But their defense sucked too. 126. Points against 126, and they scored 126.5. Their fast break is going to be really, really good. They're going to have to try to outrun Sonics as much as possible. And if they're able to get the fast break in place, Doug Moe's team, I think, wins that game, but it could be a close game. They were 46-36 in the Midwest, and Sonics were 52-30 in the Pacific. So, Loyola Marymount. Yeah, remember those? Play fast but get killed in transition. Yeah, that's it. They just turn around the other way and just play no defense. Plus straight man, they're like +3, +4, +5, stuff like that. So it's crazy. It's nuts. Really is. Want to thank everybody that was here last night on the channel. Tim, I know you were not able to make it. We're looking forward to having you back next week, but we definitely want to have Matt on. I've had so many requests to have Matt put back on the channel again. Matt just shows a lot of intelligence. Me and Keith, Harris, and Anthony definitely want you guys back. Who should the Mets and Padres hire for their next manager? Number one, have both of them fired their managers yet? God willing, I'll be back next week. All right, Tim, that sounds good. I think the Dodgers win tonight. Wild card game, big. I think they do too. What's the over/under? Has anybody got that? I don't have my phone with me. I can go get it if somebody is not able to get the over/under tonight. The only way it goes over, in my estimation, is if the Dodgers scored that many runs. I just do not see the Cardinals figuring out him tonight. The Bulldog is so tough. He is so tough. Mets declined their option on Rojas. But what about the deal for the Padres? Did they get rid of their manager? Did the Padres get rid of their manager? Over under 7.5 runs. Go under. Go under on that. I'm sorry. Wainwright is no longer to me an ace pitcher. But man, oh man, 7.5 tonight. I go under on that one. I don't think Scherzer gives up a one, maybe two. It's probably a 4-2 game, 4-1 game. 7.5. I go under. You guys tell me what you think about that. Yeah, did the Padres officially fire their manager today? If so, the Padres have a lot of ways they can go. I heard Bruce Bochy's name in the Padres talks. Yeah, Bochy could definitely be in the talks. I've heard another name being mentioned too, but he's a little bit older guy, Dave Winfield. Dave Winfield played for the Padres for years. Wally Joyner, I think Wally Tingler was fired. Okay, he deserved to be. But I said early on in the season, I didn't think San Diego was going to win that division. I didn't think they'd win 88 games, and they didn't. They didn't. They imploded. That was a team that imploded. They had more talent, more than enough talent. Scherzer has let up 10 earned runs in his last 10 innings pitched. Don't be shocked with a St. Louis win, says Matt. Don't see it. Don't think it happens. Bob Melvin. I don't know about Bob Melvin. Winfield at 70 to manage. Yeah, that's the problem there. I think Wally Joyner would be a hell of a guy to get. I don't know if he's into managing type roles or anything. Cardinals historically owns the Dodgers. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens tonight. I like Scherzer. I really do. I think he wins. I think he wins. I think he's going to win the Cy Young this year. Will my man, Bryce Harper win MVP? I'm hearing more and more talk that he will not. I'm hearing more and more talk Tatis Jr. is going to win it. Harper, earlier in the year, me and Anthony talked about it. We said the one major thing that was going to keep Harper, well, two major things. His OPS, which is over 1,000, but batting under 300. He batted 309. I think he's the MVP, guys. What about Molina as a manager? Or is he going? He's going to play one more year. He's going to play. Yadier Molina is going to play one more year, and that's going to be it for him. I think the Padres go with a young guy, advanced metrics. Yeah, I wonder which way they'll go. I really do. I'm still saying Aaron Boone's getting fired. I think Boone gets fired. It's too much smoke. It's too much smoke coming up in New York for some of that not to have a flame with it. I think Boone's going to get fired. And obviously, I've heard numerous names. Stottlemyre. Mel Stottlemyre's 80 friggin' years old. There's no way he's going to get hired. And then I've heard talk of the guy that came from Baltimore. I don't think he's going to get it. I think Mattingly could be the next Yankees manager. I think he'll take it if he's offered it. Why wouldn't you offer it to him? I think he's the perfect fit. Joe Girardi, they are going to allow him one more year. I've heard that already through multiple Philadelphia sources. They're going to stick with him. So they're going to stick with him one more year. If he doesn't make the playoffs next year, he's gone. Seek out a veteran manager after striking out with a pair of first-timers, Andy Green, Tingler. That direction candidates could include Bochy, Scioscia, Showalter, Ron Washington. Of that bunch, I like Scioscia the best. Mike Scioscia, I think, would be a hell of a coach, a manager for the Padres. I would love to see the Posada. I don't know. I don't know how much he's been involved in the day-to-day operations or anything. I don't know if he's done any minor league anything. I would love to see. And okay, you guys do know you're invited tonight. All you gotta do is say, Rob, I want on tonight. Rob, I want on. Socia got fired after either after 2018 or 2019. Who wins AL MVP? That's Ohtani. Ohtani wins that going away. Cleveland baseball fan wants on. Okay, anybody that wants on, all you gotta do is tell me, man, and I will add you on in here. Yeah, we can do some discussions. I would love for Philadelphia to hire Bud Black. I think Philadelphia needs a pitching type manager. They've went with offensive type situations for the last I don't know how many years, and I just I don't like the direction they went. To me, it's just I just don't like the way they've been going. I think obviously he's a lame duck out there, and he's a lame duck with the Rockies anyway. SMU, you're gonna go see maybe the best quarterback in college football this weekend. Yeah, he's gonna be slinging the ball. It should be a high scoring game. Got dinner on the table. Have fun, guys. I'll catch the rest of the stream, YouTube archive. But yes, sir. Thank you, Matt. Appreciate you coming on last night too. Really do. I would love to see Bud Black. Tanner Mordecai is a heck of a quarterback. 24 touchdowns in 5 games. Yeah, 24 touchdowns, 5 games. That is something. And he's got 6 INTs. I understand that. But he's got some good receivers too. But if you look back at what the Phillies have had, they've had Gabe Kapler. I don't want him back. I don't care how well he did with the Giants. We had Ryan Sandberg. Everybody has been somebody on the offensive side. We need a pitcher. We need a pitcher to manage this team. He understands arms. He understands how to use a bullpen. Bud Black is. I want to see. I want to see Bud Black get. I want to see them see us hire Bud Black. See Tim. Let's see. See if we can widen your picture out here, bud. Let's see. Are you on your phone? Oh, let's try. Well, he's not connected now. Let's see if he has once again. Maybe Tim's on his car in his car or something. You with us, bud? He's muted right now. So Mets are going to interview Raul. I got you now.
There we go. All right. I had my whatchamacallit muted, or I turned it so it doesn't automatically hear things. And here we go with the camera. Okay.
There we go. There we go. Yes, sir. So after Cleveland's season, should Cleveland be looking at a new manager, or are you happy where they're at?
Well, Francona's still got a year left, and with health issues, he may be getting out anyways. If they decide, to go in a different direction,
what's up, Frank?
Please, for God's sakes, hire Sandy Alomar.
Sandy Alomar, you like it? Okay.
He did take over for about.
You don't want to go with somebody that may be a pitcher. Alomar is the way you'd like to go with that organization.
I think because he's always come up as final 3 for a whole bunch of teams. Plus, you figure the Padres, him being in that organization for part of his career.
Yeah. Hey,
let's go back home. I mean, all his kids are grown, so he doesn't have that excuse anymore.
Right.
So,
Guardians should hire Tribe fan. That's what Darius says.
No. I cannot. This is why I don't play like the way Al does for Stratamac. I can't make a lineup.
Can't make a lineup.
Can't make a lineup.
Really?
Yeah. No. The problem is I do like 90 style. I want my speed at the top, Power in the middle, and then kind of your kind of meh at the bottom third.
Yeah. And nowadays, you don't have much mid no more. Most time, it's just they just mix them all in there. Hell, you got guys that power guys who can hit 25, 30. So you can almost pick them out of a basket.
Well, the problem is, like 2016, Carlos Santana was hitting leadoff because the repeat of line from Moneyball, he got on base.
Darius has a good question. If Tony Gwynn were still alive, would you see him being in the MLB as maybe a head coach or a manager? What do you think?
Yeah, because he was managing San Diego State for prior to his death. Yeah. So I think he would have a couple more years of success, and MLB would have been calling.
Yeah, and maybe not to Padres either. He might would have, but the thing is, he had such success out there in San Diego that it would have made no sense at all for the Giants to call him or something, because they know the first opportunity that the Padres had, they would have been calling him and said, "Hey, the wallet's open." So I think he would have probably just tried to stay home. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, money does talk.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You're right.
But then again, does he really have that intense a loyalty to the San Diego area? I don't know.
He never left. He never left. That's the thing. When you're that good a player, when you're that good, where you can, he was not an average hitter. This guy, I think he batted 333 or 335 his career.
Yeah. When
you hit like that, after you've been there 6-8 years, you can call your shots. You can pretty well call your shots. If you're, I mean, hell, we witnessed that shit up in Baltimore the last 2 years that Cal Ripken was there. I mean, good God, he batted 205. I mean, you got pitchers that were hitting better than him. Batted 205 the last 2 years he was there. I'd even heard tell, and that I don't know if this is true or not, but I had heard his last 2 seasons up there, people actually booed him a little bit. And I mean, shit, man, as much as he brought him 1 title, yes, but he was more of an icon, just Baltimore icon. And same deal with Gwynn. And by Gwynn, losing his life early on, yeah, my God, you don't say nothing bad about him in San Diego and probably survive.
No. Well, here's something I kind of want to look up. Who had a better slugging percentage in his, like, say, 2000, 2001, Cal Ripken or Mike Hampton?
Yeah, Mike Hampton probably out hitting home runs too the last year or two. Yeah.
No, because I think Ripken hit more than 8 home runs for a pitcher. I think he had in his best year. Ripken still beat him in that, but still with,
But the thing is, Hampton wasn't batting every damn day.
No,
he wasn't playing every day. That was a problem. That was a problem with it. If they would have just said, "Look, we understand you want to play every day, but damn, we cannot have you out here playing 9 innings, taking 5 at bats." And yeah, I mean, you go back and look at his numbers. They sucked the last 2 years, man. How many current MLB players do you honestly see as future managers? Man, that's tough to say this early because, look, it helps if you're bilingual. It helps if you can get along with people. All kind of you don't have to be the greatest player. Look at Craig Counsell. Craig Counsell at best was a serviceable player, but damn, he's a hell of a manager. So Darius, a lot of times the best players are not the best coaches, best managers. What do you think of Nevin sending the runner last night? Yeah,
gotta do it. Well, and here's the thing. Of course, I played till I was 16. The thing is, you have to make 2 perfect. Number one, good job on the center fielder calling off the left fielder to get the ball first.
Right.
The left fielder gets the ball, then that's all the poop.
Right, because he's going to score by 2 steps, maybe 3 steps, at least.
And then the perfect one-hop relay to the second baseman, who then has to make another good throw home. Like, that's the thing everybody forgets. You have to make 2 good throws.
Yeah.
And
I'm Frank, I'm kind of with Tim. They had to have a spark. Shit, how many did they only get 3 hits last night? 2 or 3 hits is all they got.
Hold on.
Late in the game, I think I heard them say something about they had 2 singles. They didn't get much.
Well, that's almost Bob Uecker territory using the GD hits.
they didn't have a lot going for them last night, so I don't much blame them for trying to score right there.
Yankees had 6 hits.
Oh, did they end up getting 6 hits? Okay. Which of these college teams? Which of the college teams? Who had the funniest MLB batting stance? Did you ever see Joe Morgan? He pumped water. He pumped water when he batted.
Here's a good recent one. Tony Batista, when he had the wide open stance.
Right. And you want somebody, how about somebody who was close to Tony Batista? Brian Downing. Do you remember him? Brian.
The name is familiar, but I am not familiar with the batting stance.
Brian Downing. If I get it's almost the same. His right foot pretty much was aimed at second base, and his left foot was aimed at the dugout. And he hit like that. I mean, wide open. I think even more than Batista. Which of these college teams is the most on upset alert? Oklahoma, Arizona State, Michigan, Notre Dame, or Ohio State? I know which one I think can get beat this week. What about you?
It ain't Ohio State.
No. Ohio State's got Maryland this week. And Notre Dame is at Virginia Tech. Oklahoma's got Texas this week. And
I think it's because it's a rivalry game that could be the one that's
and they're only a 3-point favorite at the Cotton Bowl too.
Right.
I picked Texas last night. Arizona State. Arizona State's played what beat let's see, who the hell are they playing? They're playing Stanford. I think Stanford beats him straight up.
I kind of think so too. I'll make sure I put I've went through and listened to the show from last night.
Yeah, anybody else wants on too, you can let us know. Frank, if you want on, you can certainly have it. Michigan, I got Michigan winning this week. I got Michigan winning. I think they win. The big game of the week. How about you? How about you, my friend? Penn State at Iowa. Penn State at Iowa. I want to say it's 2.5 points. Who are you liking?
So sorry, I just got an alert that Verizon is now saying that you have to use the area code for all calls, even if you're in your own area code.
Oh, yeah. Well, we always have had to up in Philly. Yeah. Down here in Virginia, you can just dial 7 digits.
Mm-hmm.
Do it, but not anymore. I think most every place is going to that.
Anyway.
Penn State at Iowa. Who you like?
Give me Iowa.
I'm with you. I think their offensive and defensive lines show up this week. And they've beaten everybody they've had to beat so far. They've had one little stumble. They won by 10. Penn State is due their loss. They get 1 or 2 every year. If they lose, then you're going to start hearing the James Franklin rumblings back out there at USC again, because they're no longer a team that's going to win the national championship. Will Urban Meyer get fired? What are you thinking, Tim?
He starts out 0-8, especially with this public disaster. I almost think you have to.
I'm going to say no, Darius. I think he walks. I think he actually is going to leave. I don't think they'll fire him, but just due to the fact, chances are they're going to get a good pick again next year. They got to get themselves a couple of free agent linemen to protect this kid. They got to do it. Urban Meyer, I think Khan would have fired him Monday if he was going to fire him.
Right.
This guy's a trash dump if there ever was one. If he didn't fire him then, I don't think he will. I think he's going to let him survive it, even if they go 0-17. I don't think they go 0-17. I think they're going to win
Right.
one or two. But look, he's not their long-term answer. He is not the long-term answer, and I think they know it. I think they were just trying to get it turned around so the ship would be going the right way when they do hire somebody. Because Urban Meyer, he's never stayed anywhere that he lost. He's always been given great teams. This is one place that's not happening, and he's not going to be able to turn it around overnight.
Well, he had to do some work at Bowling Green. That's not exactly, top tier MAC.
Yeah.
And just he made a system that worked for him.
Yeah, but he could turn that around. The thing of it is, in pros, in the pro game, you don't one player, two players. You can't go recruit one or two that's going to turn your whole season around because you're not playing. You're playing Dallas sometime. You're sometime playing Tampa. You got a different schedule every year. You can't set your schedule up. That makes a difference. I think he's probably short-lived there. Who would be in your dream 4-team playoff in college football since 2000? Oh, my God. I don't even know that.
2001 Miami is far above and beyond of any – that's – wow. Yeah. Ohio State got lucky a little bit in 2002, so I'm not going to put them.
I like that 2019 LSU team with Burrow.
Yeah,
Burrow
that's
Burrow
at least an honorable mention.
Let's see. Oh man.
Well, a couple of Clemson. I mean, the Alabama year that they whipped Notre Dame. That's a good team.
Yeah. Keith White. How quick would you make a coaching change when you have a rookie quarterback like Lawrence or Fields? Well, the thing of it is, it's a little different with Lawrence and Fields because Lawrence he's got a coach that's only been there 4 games so far. The Bears have had Nagy there so long that it comes off their tongue. Fire Nagy, fire Nagy, fire Nagy. I don't think he makes it the year. What do you think?
Yeah, unless they show that they can actually score a little bit.
Yeah.
Because they ain't looking like no offensive juggernaut. I mean, then again, consistent quarterback and Chicago Bears go together like oil and water.
Right. I mean, even when they had the kid and they won a Super Bowl.
They
didn't have that much trust in him. It was their defense.
It was defense and Walter Payton.
Yeah, that's it. That was pretty much it. 2020 Bama. Yeah, 2020 Bama was pretty good too. Yeah. USC had a powerhouse when they lost to Texas. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Does LSU only have quarterback on the roster? Johnson stinks. I'm with you, Frank. I've said all along that Johnson kid is terrible. It's painful to watch. I mean, my Lord, he holds the ball so long. Man, oh man. Anybody that wants to talk about Tebow, watch this kid. Tebow was twice a quarterback. And I picked him this week. I don't know why. I picked LSU. They're going to Kentucky, though. So I don't have a lot of confidence in Kentucky, but I think it was only 2 of us that picked them out. I think 3 out of the panel picked Kentucky to win. Who are you liking in that one?
I think I like Kentucky. By the way, you have to go back like a couple of years ago. They had a good team for Kentucky, and I think they were maybe a top 15 team. If not, you got to go all the way back to the Tim Couch era before they got a top 10 team.
Yeah, and they're saying they may this senior. I think it's pretty well senior laden team this year, so it may be a one and done. They may not be back up for 5 more years, 6 more years. Who knows? But it makes a difference when you get, especially when you get offense. That's why I've always said, if you are going to be a top-notch program, you need to bring at least 3 good offensive linemen in every year, because you cannot have a senior, junior offensive line and expect to keep being good. You need to have junior, sophomore, senior, junior, sophomore, that kind of way. That way you don't have to reload but so much on the offensive line. If you lose a center and maybe a guard, center and a tackle, it's not near as hard on you as it is losing 4 linemen and 2 receivers, a quarterback, and losing 14 out of 22 starters. That's when it kills you.
That's essentially putting all the eggs in one basket and then not having anything to follow up with. I mean, because God knows if you're Ohio State or like Alabama, you're going to play some like blowout games. Like, all I remember the first time I saw Ezekiel Elliott play, they played Florida A&M. I was like, okay, this kid's going to be decent.
Yeah. Who in the NFL right now is showing you? How about the rookie? Last night we talked about rookie of the year. Are you with us? Do you think Jones right now is the rookie of the year?
Yeah, with that performance against, solid. 15 to 20 passes. Safe. He led them down the field. Right now he's the best of the bunch.
I'm with you. I think so too. He makes good reads. He doesn't look at one guy the whole time and just and draw everybody over there. He goes through his reads. He's really good about that. Could Army or Navy or a non-major conference team other than Notre Dame get a Heisman Trophy anytime in the next decade? Or would it be only Notre Dame and the major college teams to have one? There is one team other than Notre Dame that is a what do you call it?
Well, how about that kid from Coastal, the quarterback?
The only thing keeping him from maybe winning something like that is just competition. But I'll tell you a team that could possibly have somebody that could do something. BYU right now, they're still undefeated. They don't have a schedule like Coastal has. BYU's playing, they're playing some tough teams this year. They're going to play USC. UCLA. BYU's a tough team. I don't know if they got Notre Dame on the schedule this year or not. They generally do. Mm-hmm. And if they do, they can splinter out Cincinnati's hopes right there if they put Notre Dame to rest, because Cincinnati needs Notre Dame to keep winning just to stay up in ranks there.
The only other way that I think it could go is like if a MAC school gets, somebody really good. Like if Randy Moss could have played, he did play in the MAC actually his final year or so. But yeah, get me Marshall's in Conference USA now, but like you get like Toledo or one of the directional Michigans.
Yeah.
Like Garrett Wolf was a Heisman candidate in Northern Illinois.
Right. Yeah.
Well, maybe if you get a running back that gets like 1,800 yards, 1,800 yards is 1,800 yards. I don't care if you're playing,
Yeah, did Falk win it? Did he win the Heisman?
No, he did not.
He did not win it. Yeah.
No.
Now he was up 4 too. I think he came in third. I want to say he came in third, maybe.
Like second or third. I'd have to look that up.
If Cincinnati, Frank Wainscott says, if Cincinnati and BYU both run the table, who do you like more? I like BYU more. I understand Cincinnati has beaten Notre Dame, yes, but who else did they play? They didn't play a lot else. That counts, though. It counts. You can take it away from them. BYU, if they run their table the rest of the way, I think they actually jump over Cincinnati. That's what I think. What do you think?
Is BYU ahead of Cincinnati, or they're behind them now?
They're behind them right now. But Cincinnati's like 5 or 6 in the country right now.
I got a feeling that somebody may upset them in their conference title game. Because you see that all the time in the smaller conferences. Like you get this big team that's kind of ran up, and then the other ones go under the radar, and then the title game, it's just upset city. It happens.
Keith White said, did Lamar Jackson win it? No, Lamar Jackson
No.
did not win the Heisman. No.
Wait a minute. No, hold on. Did he?
I don't think so.
Hold on.
I don't think Lamar Jackson won the Heisman. I don't think he did.
I'll pull up the thing right now. It would have had to have been
2018. That's when it would have had to been. SMU plays Cincinnati. Oh, do they? Ooh, okay. That raises them up a little bit right there. SMU. Oh, okay. All right, Frank. If Cincinnati runs a table, they belong in the playoff.
Lamar won in 2016.
He did win the Heisman Trophy. Okay.
Yep.
All right. I wasn't sure. Who are your top 4 college football players of all time? Oh, geez. I've said that before.
God.
Yeah. You got to have 2 times. He's up in Ohio State.
Yep. Well, and then there's like Ron Dane, or I'll throw an underrated name out there. Timmy Chang, God rest his soul, had the most passing yards in a season.
Yeah.
Was
he with Oregon? Was he with Oregon?
No, Timmy Chang was with Hawaii.
Was
when
he?
They made their ACS game.
Oh, okay. I mean, the first one you got to look at is a kid from Ohio State.
Archie.
Archie Griffin. Hell, I mean, I'm sorry, you folks that don't like me, you're not going to like me even more. Tim Tebow, if you're going to talk about all-time best college players, Tim Tebow's got to be one of them up there. Damn, he did a lot in college.
Yeah, and would you put like a Randy Moss? Like, receiver's a hard one, but Randy Moss, boy, he was a man playing a boy's game.
And Marshall, yeah, he lit a lot of people up. Another one, a lot of people probably don't like, Michael Vick. Michael Vick.
Oh yeah,
Michael Vick made Virginia Tech. They've never won a national title in anything, in any team sport. They're only one of 2 teams in the country that's never won a team sport. But before Mike got there, they were treading water. Mike Vick really pushed that program head and shoulders. But Darius, that's a tough one, man. I mean, there's so many shit. O.J. Simpson was a hell of a
right.
Yeah, my Lord. Got SMU. We were just talking
Dickerson.
Dickerson.
Yeah,
shit, man. If you ever watched Eric Dickerson run, he can run like a wind. We were just talking about LaDainian Tomlinson.
Yes.
He was a hell of a player. San Diego State.
No, Tomlinson went to TCU.
Was it TCU? Oh, that's right. Yeah. TCU. That's right. TCU. Yeah, it was so many good players. It's played in different places. It's crazy. It's wild. When Washington drafted Heath Shuler, did you like to pick? I did not like to pick. How about Desmond Howard? Oh yeah, Desmond Howard. Yeah, it's so many good players. It's played. Colt Brennan, Hawaii. Rest in peace. Yeah.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Let's see. I meant top 4 players.
Timmy Chang's alive. Colt Brennan's the one that died. That's right.
Yeah. I meant the top 4 players, not top 4 best. I meant top 4 favorite. Oh, your top 4 favorite
players. Oh, okay.
Wow. Man, oh man.
Like I'll say, probably my first one was Eddie George.
Eddie George. I've always kind of been an ACC, SEC type guy. Man, I'll tell you, a kid that impressed the shit out of me, and he still to this day impresses me when he talks on TV. The one that played at Miami, and then he ended up going to Tampa. They played for the year. No. Defensive lineman, number 99.
Warren Sapp.
Warren Sapp, to me, epitomized the University of Miami when he was there. And then, look, if you want to talk about great college defensive players, how do you not talk about Brian Bosworth? Brian Bosworth was a crazy man. He was a damn lunatic.
Yep.
He was a hell of a player.
Mm-hmm.
And the one you would think maybe you would know something about, Lawrence Taylor. He was a decent player at Carolina, but my Lord, when he busted loose in New York, he really became great. I like Kellen Moore when he played at Boise State, says Darius. He was pretty good. Billy Sims. Billy Sims was good. Oklahoma running back, I think.
Yes.
How good was Ricky Bell in college?
Yeah, you're way out of my league for that one.
I'm not sure, Keith. Chris Spielman played at
Ohio State.
Did he play at Ohio State?
He's an Ohio boy, born and bred.
He was a linebacker, wasn't he?
Yep.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, he would have played for the Browns in '99, but he had a spinal injury.
Yeah, he was a good ball player.
Great ball player.
Yeah, there's been a lot. There's been so many good.
You have to remember, like Chris Carter was like kind of meh at Ohio State. Like he does have. You think he's like third or fourth all time? Like I think Olave is about to pass him for all time catches.
Hugh Green. He was Pittsburgh, wasn't he? Hugh Green, help me out. I want to say Hugh Green was at Pittsburgh. I think he was a linebacker at Pittsburgh. I think so. Now, how about those players that just happened? We were just talking about it. Didn't Spielman's wife die from cancer?
Yes.
Okay, I didn't know that one. How about these guys I was just telling you about? LT blossomed. Decent college player, but blossomed. Let's talk. Yeah, he did play at Pittsburgh. I thought so. Let's talk about players that were decent or average players in college that blossomed into stardom. And you can't start any conversation without talking about TB12. I mean, my goodness. I mean, who saw that shit coming?
I've got a few other names, and two of them played on the same team. Terrell Davis.
Oh, okay.
And Rod Smith.
Yeah.
Terrell Davis was a 6th-round pick, and his video is used probably in every high school. You think you ain't nothing? Here's this kid, 6th-round draft pick. Nobody knew his name, and he flies down on a kickoff and knocks a guy on his ass.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Rod Smith was on that kickoff coverage too.
Yeah. Yeah. That shows you right there. What you get more credit then for being a GM, a good GM, than anything, because when you get passed by 190 picks and then you're still able to get that player, and you've passed through 29 other GMs or 31 other GMs, and then you're lucky enough to get that player, my goodness, yeah, that is something. It really is. Brady to me, and then LT epitomizes just blossoming really, really into something after you become an NFL player. Antonio Brown. Yeah.
Well, LT was a supplemental pick, but here's another undrafted GOAT that didn't even play college football. Antonio Gates.
Yeah. Yeah. For San Diego.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like he was a basketball player, and what's a tight end? Boxing out, using your hands.
Yep. Kurt Warner. And I'm not talking about Kurt Warner up in Seattle. I'm talking about Kurt Warner with the Cardinals and the Rams. Look, Kurt Warner, he was yesterday's trash everywhere. Nobody wanted him.
No, he's working at a grocery store.
Yeah, and then he comes back and wins a Super Bowl. How about that shit?
Spoiler alert, Christmas time, there will be a Kurt Warner movie.
Yes, I hear about that. I actually heard about that. They actually told him about that. They told him about that live on the Fox. Was either Fox or the CBS or I think it was NFL Network. They just had, and he knew a movie was coming about him, but he had not seen the
trailer.
Yeah, he hadn't seen everything coming out about it. Definitely, it's a must see. Travis Kelce, Cincinnati. Yeah. Travis Kelce is a hell of a player.
He's a Cleveland boy.
Scene where Mariucci cut him. Oh yeah, maybe. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah,
About that.
yeah, because he was the assistant for the Packers when Warner was there.
Yeah. We did not give away Second Season Express last night. So, Tony Romo. If you want Second Season Express, okay? If you want Second Season Express, simply I'll take your name in here, okay? And before we leave tonight, I'll draw a number. I'll just take a number and I'll put it in the bingo bucket for you. So if you're interested in Second Season Express from Play.com, Tim, you're in for it too. Tony Romo is the best booth guy ever, right, Rob? No.
No.
Oh, you like him? I don't like him. I think Tony Romo belongs at LSU, and I think he needs to be the interpreter for their coach.
Orgeron, yeah.
I think they're long lost brothers. But yeah, anybody that's interested in getting Second Season Express, Tim, you're up for it too, my friend. All you got to do is say you're interested.
Yeah, sure.
You're okay. Well, let's put you down there.
Like, give me Merlin Olsen over Tony Romo any day of the week. Well, I mean, when you get Enberg feeding you the lines, I mean,
yeah,
you can't screw that up.
Now, give me a number 1 to 75, a bingo number, and I'll take it. That'll be your number.
Give me 26.
26. Okay. Tony Romo is awesome in the booth. Very smart. I'm not taking anything away from being smart. I'm not taking anything away. I just don't like his voice. I just don't think it matches up with what they got going on. Right. I'm not a huge Aikman fan, but Lord have mercy, I cannot stand the guy with Aikman. Oh my
Joe
God,
Buck.
He's terrible. He is awful.
Joe Buck.
Huh?
Joe Buck.
Yeah, Joe Buck. Joe Buck's got to go. He needs to go. Put Aikman in the booth with Mr. Masters any day of the week. And let's have one. If you're my age, if you're around 50 years old, you remember this guy. Anytime you used to watch the Orange Bowl, you used to have Don Criqui.
Yep.
Don Criqui was a hell of an announcer.
Yeah.
And who was the guy who used to help him out?
Bob Trumpy.
Trumpy, yes. Man, they were fun to listen to.
They did a lot of Browns games in the 80s, especially because when they made the playoffs. It wasn't Enberg and Olsen, it was Criqui and Trumpy.
And they were good. They were good, man. Criqui knew more about the Dolphins. Jimmy Cephalo and all those guys. You always heard him talking about Miami all the time. I don't care for ESPN Monday Night Voices. I'm not crazy about him either.
It's the best of a bad situation.
Yeah. How about the guy that covers the U.S. Open, British Open, and stuff like that? He was with ESPN. I think maybe he went to NBC.
Tirico?
Mike Tirico. I like him. Do you like him?
Yes.
Yeah, Tirico is one. He is a great announcer. He knows his stuff. How about Ray Scott back in the day? I don't remember Ray Scott. Do you
Ray
remember
Scott did 60s and 70s.
A little before my time, Larry. I don't remember him too good. I remember. I even, if you want to watch something very, very interesting, it's kind of sad, especially if you're a Beatles fan. Go back to here on YouTube and watch when they're talking to it's Cosell and a couple of other guys, and then all of a sudden Cosell comes up. We have something sad to say, and talking about what's the name, losing his life.
Dead on arrival.
Yeah.
Rivals, they're gone. They're all gone.
Yeah.
When
Charlie Jones, did you like him? I did like Charlie Jones pretty good. I didn't mind him.
I didn't mind him at all.
Shit, I could listen to Dan Fouts, Pat Summerall, and Tom Brookshire. Yeah. They were better than Tom than some are all in Madden in my book. I like Brookshire.
If they would have controlled their drinking, they would have been together a heck of a lot longer.
Yeah, they were good. How about the NFL today? And this was prior to having to have somebody put something in your ear and hiring some lady that goes like this, like this. Do you remember Phyllis George? She was a hot chick.
Barely, but I've seen the highlights.
I remember her. Is anybody else out there remember her? She was a hot lady because she won Miss America. She knew her shit. She knew her shit. She didn't have to ask anybody. She didn't have to be one of these. And look, I don't have anything about the women coming on ESPN. My problem is this. You got a lady sitting in the middle of Stephen A. Smith and whoever the hell's right there with them. Those two guys screaming at each other. And she's just sitting there doing that bullshit. I mean, come on. That gets old really quick. Jane Kennedy. Yeah. Let's see. Kindly help me reach 15 subscribers with no videos. I love that. That's awesome. Irv Cross. Cross.
Him and Musburger for CBS were
Musburger, and then they had Jimmy the Greek, and he stepped on too many toes.
Could you imagine if he made that comment now? He would have been fired by the 4 o'clock games.
Oh, he wouldn't have made it through the first quarter. They would have went and yanked his ass up. Right there on the spot, and they would have said, we'll have somebody else come take your place in a minute. What you guys think of the Manning cast for Monday night games? I like it a little bit. I wish they would cut the volume of the games down to where if you wanted to listen to these guys talk, we could hear them talk. Or you can go to the other game and just watch the game. I don't like it where they got to scream over the stuff, but I like it okay, Tim.
I'm a little afraid that the Mannings are going to upstage the announcers. Like, I understand they're on a 3-week break right now. They're only doing like 13 of 16 or 17.
Okay,
but it's gonna get to the point where they somehow are gonna upstage the announcers.
And
I don't like that. Like the problem is that Monday Night Football has not gotten the greatest schedule, and I think being able to flex in. I thought that was part of their new contract, that they can flex in later in the season.
Maybe. I don't know. Keith, we will catch you later, bud. He's got to go.
Take care, Keith.
He's going to do one of those sleep studies. So yeah. My wife had to go through one of those. Pam Brown, CNN, is George's daughter. I did not know that. I loved NFL Today show back in the day. I did too. That was one to watch because every week they would go offense, defense, special teams, kicking game, and then intangibles, and then home field or whatever. Yeah. Who is the most prettiest sports analyst of all time? Oh my God! It depends.
I mean, are you watching just for eye candy, or are you watching for actual information?
Right. If you're just talking about looks,
it's probably Aaron Andrews.
You know what? I like the little blonde on Golf Channel, whatever the hell her name is. I don't know. She comes on every week, and she comes on every week with a different outfit on, whatever the hell she's wearing or whatever. She has no idea how to play the game of golf anymore because she hadn't had a golf club in her hand in 5 years because all she's doing now is showing off to the guys. Damn, really nice looking lady that. I really don't know. I really don't because so many of them.
I'll tell you what. Here's I can't think of her name, but the one that did the NBCSN for hockey, she's not bad looking.
Oh, okay. Blair O'Neill, yeah, Larry. Blair O'Neill, yeah. I got to look her up.
Catherine Tappan, that's her name.
Catherine Tappan.
She's not bad. She's not like
you guys tonight. We're doing great. Jill Arrington, yeah.
Okay.
We're inviting anybody on tonight that would like to talk about sports. We're going to have baseball on in just a little bit. Once the baseball game comes on, we'll scatter ass. What is one trade you want to see this season in the NFL? I want to see Tom Brady get traded to the Washington football team, and I would like for cash for only like $10. And it's more than look. It's more than fair. It's more than fair. Let him come to Washington. Let us win at least 5 or 6 games. But I don't know. In all seriousness, I'll tell you, Jacksonville needs a line. New England needs receivers. I mean, come on, that kid is doing more with less. He's got the same shit that Brady had. He's got the same shit Brady had. They didn't have nothing then, and he's still playing well. They're not winning, but damn, that he's playing well.
And sadly, the Browns can't trade Beckham now with Landry out.
Yeah, hey, that and and then do the Texans trade their quarterback for a mint, and then whoever gets him don't let him play? That's crazy shit.
That would be equivalent to Jimmy Johnson getting all those picks for Dallas in the late '80s or early '90s. Like if that happens, knock on wood, they actually do something with them, but. I don't see how Goodell would approve that. Like you're to get. I mean, you can't give up. I don't know.
3 1s and 3 3s.
I would.
And you live in Houston. Houston saying, "Please, please, please." You go to Miami, and then all of a sudden, the guy. Why wouldn't you speak up now? If you're the commissioner, he should make a stand before that shit happens. That's not fair to a team that did that. Not if they give up all that. Frank Wainscott, thanks so much, bud. Thanks for coming by. He said, got to run. Have a safe and blessed night. Yeah, we appreciate it. Larry, you know what? Sad as it is, number 7's not the same as he was 5, 8 years ago. I don't think a couple of linemen make that big a difference in Pittsburgh.
No, he can't extend the play as much as he used to. And,
yeah.
I mean, it'd be great. He needs a running back. Like, it's the
did they wait too long?
Pressure off of them.
Did they wait too long? Did Pittsburgh could have got one of these very good quarterbacks this year? Did they wait too long? I mean, where did the kid from Florida go? Where did he go?
You're not talking about Trask. I think he went to Detroit.
Okay. Pittsburgh had their chance to get a couple of at least one of those receivers. Quarterbacks. I'll get it right.
The problem with I think that what they may be thinking is that if they draft someone like first round, then they're expected to either start sitting a quarterback for 2 years is like 30 years ago.
Yeah, I'm with you. And the thing of it is, they got to put Big Ben to pasture though. They got to.
Well, why don't they take how soon is Rodgers away from retiring, or you get the kid from Green Bay?
Right. Well, that's the thing. They did have the gall and the balls to tell Rodgers, guess what? Your ass will sit. He's the last one that's really, really good that anybody had enough nerve to say, your ass will sit. And he did it and didn't have a problem with he may have had a problem. Trask is Brady's backup in Tampa. How about that shit? I agree that Big Ben is not the quarterback like he was 5 years ago, but they do need linemen. Yeah, they do need linemen. No doubt about that. But I think they need a quarterback even more.
Once the Pouncey's retired, it's, or with a one Pouncey that played for the Steelers. Yeah, I mean, that's Steeler football. Strong.
What was his name? Maurice Pouncey? Was that his name? Maurice Pouncey?
Maurice, I think. Yeah.
I think so. Yeah, it's crazy. Wow. Tonight, you say you like the Dodgers in this game?
Yeah, I mean, they did have one of their last losses before they went on their winning streak was against the Dodgers.
Was it Cardinals?
Yes, they lost. I believe they lost to the Dodgers. They might have split a series with them.
Yeah,
it's not like a definitive stamp that hey, if they're maybe playing the Brewers or
right.
Like, there's still a lot of. I mean, even without Muncy, if he's not going to play,
yeah,
they've got enough kids in that lineup to.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm not.
They've got replacement players that are starters for 20 teams out there.
Oh, they
Yeah.
probably so for the Guardians now.
And think about it. The Cardinals, they're a 2 or 3 man show there. I mean, they really are. If they don't get it from Goldschmidt and they don't get it from Arenado,
Well, Tyler O'Neill's had a great.
O'Neill's had a good season. Yeah, he has.
Yeah.
You're right.
And,
But they are not 1 through 8 like
no,
and
no.
and also Wainwright is past his prime. Wainwright is not Scherzer. He's just, I'm sorry. Scherzer may be 37, but Scherzer's 37 going on 33. Wainwright is 39. I want to say he's 39, and he looks his age sometimes. Larry says, I say the Cardinals for the win tonight. Scherzer's struggling. We'll see. Pujols, I can see him playing good today. Pujols could definitely play. I don't know how much, but we'll see.
I might say see him coming off the bench maybe in like the 5th or 6th inning if they
pinch hit roll.
Yeah.
And let me ask you this, Tim, straight up. Wainwright. How many innings will Wainwright go tonight? Your best guess.
5 2/3.
5 2/3. Scherzer.
I'll go with probably 6 1/3.
6 1/3. I'm going to go on a limb. I'm going to say 7.
Okay.
And then I'm going to say 7, and then I think he'll get pinch hit for, but it'll be either the 6th or the 7th.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think they got so much confidence in their bullpen that it's not a big decline like it is in Philadelphia.
Well, let's see what happens with Kenley Jansen. He's
Yeah.
a Dodgers fan, white knuckle it when he comes into the game.
Yeah, and they've got so many others too. They got really, really good bullpen.
Right.
He will go longer than Garrett Cole. I think so too. Garrett Cole went 2 1/3 last night. But they made it clear. They made it clear in New York yesterday. I saw Boone say, and Boone made it clear. He said, "I told Garrett before the game, three runs, and he's out of here." And he did not lie. I'll give him credit for that. 3 runs and he's out. Larry Harris says he'll go 5 1/3. I don't know if he's talking about Scherzer or if he's talking about.
Wainwright.
Wainwright.
Yep.
I think he's going to have a hard time pulling the ball out of Scherzer's hand if he's winning. That's why I'm saying flat 6 or flat 7. I think they'll have a much easier time saying, "Look, we got a man on 3rd, we got a man on 1st, 1 out. Let's try to bust this game open." That's what I think could happen. We'll see. Wainwright says Larry. He says 5 1/3 from Wainwright.
Okay, that's kind of what I went with.
Yeah, somewhere along there. I don't know if he'll go that long or not. We'll see. Mets are talking to Theo Epstein. How about that? That is news there. Who do you see as a good managerial candidate for the Padres now? The Padres got rid of their guy today.
Yeah, one name that did come up before was Carlos Beltran.
Carlos Beltran, yeah. Now he ran into all that shit and all that trouble up there in New York, though. I wonder if they'll even mess with that. A name that just comes to mind to me, I don't know why, and he may not even be close to the game anymore. How about Wally Joyner? Wally Joyner. I don't know if he's even around baseball anymore. I know he knew his shit pretty good. I just think they're going to have to go a different route and maybe go with somebody that they may even have to go old school. And you hate to say that shit, but they may have to go with somebody like a Ned Yost, damn Dusty Baker,
or Bruce Bochy.
Somebody's going to lay the damn law to them and not going to put up with the bullshit going on in the clubhouse. All right, Alex, have a good one, man.
Joyner's 59 years old, so he'd be kind of in that kind of sweet spot.
Who's that, Joyner?
Yeah.
They don't want MLB anymore, do they? Very little, Larry. And then next year, even less when they get to the DH all the way across the board. Tim? Let's say you could only make one rule change next year. Would it be DH to the National League? Would it be getting rid of the runner on second base in extra innings?
That's done.
Or
runner on second is done. So you can take that one out.
Or the 7-inning double header. If you had just one to pick from, which one would you get rid of?
I think I'm picking the DH because okay, so the games would go longer, but at least you're not having, as I've always said, when the pitcher bats, and I agree that sometimes it can be fun, you're essentially shorting the game to 8 innings if the pitcher bats 3 times.
Yep.
I'm actually didn't mind the 7-inning doubleheader. It'll save a little bit on the bullpen.
Right.
And plus you'll also get like people who have season tickets that aren't going to sit for too long. I get the purist part of you, but I went to a game 1 of a 7-inning doubleheader. It was weird hearing the 5th inning stretch.
Yeah. How do you like it at runner at second base deal?
Hate it.
Yeah.
Hate it.
Yeah. Now it's out for the postseason.
And it's out forever. It's out forever.
Is it? Oh, is it?
Yes.
Oh, I had not heard that. I heard it was going before the council with the MLB Players Association, and the Players Association wants it. I don't want it. This is one time. Most time I'm with the players. This is one time I'm against them all the way. Hell with them.
I'm guessing a lot of those are pitchers who don't want to, or they don't want to expand all the pitchers, and then the next day
it's a whole lot of just players that don't want to be playing 15 innings.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of players don't want to play 15 innings. And look at the stats you can pile on. I mean, shit. Harper this year had, 34, 35 home runs. He could have got close to 40 if he had. I mean, they went to extra innings 11 times. A lot. Yeah. 11 or 12 times this year. He went a lot. Shit. 1 or 2 of those games could have been 3 more at-bats for him. It makes a difference, man. P-Jet, what's going on? We're inviting anybody out there tonight that wants to come online. We're going to end this thing about 8:15 tonight. So if you want to come on, you're more than welcome. P-Jet, anybody. We can talk about anything you'd like to. How about the YRL now? We hadn't talked about that lately. Got roughly, I think, 14 drivers in the second division now, 15, something like that. So I think what we're going to do is up in the YRL, 44 drivers, 5 will get sent down and 5 will get pushed up. Okay. How you feel about that, Tim?
English Premier League style, I'll take it.
Yeah, and the thing is, even if it is you, if you're 35th in the points, you'll watch the races more then because you're not going to win a championship, but you want to keep your ass up without falling down. So
question: would whoever's running the second division, are they doing videos or are they just going to do recaps?
You talking about when we race the races? I'm thinking maybe if PJ, he may get his channel started, and I'm hoping he does. And if he does, he may run 10 races, and maybe shorter races. And we may just go, 50 points, 49, 48, 47, whatever. It may be 5 points difference between the winner and second place. I've heard people say they'd like to do that. So we may do that this year. 5 points extra if you win a race, but still no guarantee. A win does not make sure you're in the playoffs this year, and a win will make sure that you don't get demoted. So, but 5 points makes a hell of a lot of difference when you play late in the season. So I think maybe we're thinking about doing like that.
Okay.
So how's the weather up there in Cleveland right now?
Beautiful. We're talking. I think we may be hitting 80 over the weekend.
Yeah.
But like the last week, it's either been mid, like upper 60s, low 70s. That's fine for me.
Yeah. Yeah, we're right around that too. I'm sitting home tonight myself. Wife is she went out. Normally would go out with her. I was a little under the weather a little earlier, and I was actually sitting back playing Status Pro basketball that I got from Keith. It showed up today. I told Tim about what happened. It started raining. It was raining maybe an hour this morning. It started drizzling, raining a little bit. And FedEx man left this package. All it was just wrapped up in a box on my front stoop. And I've got a porch. I've got a carport. And it rang a doorbell. And I'm looking all over my carport for it. And I'm like, I don't see it. And then the wife said, maybe in the front. I said, no, it wouldn't be there. It's raining. I look at there real quick. It's there. I got it before. Thank God. And man, if I had not been here today, I would definitely, me and Keith would be calling them saying, look, this is a game they don't make anymore. This is 30 some friggin' years old. And this was 92, 93 season that he had. And Avalon Hill is out of business. So, trust me, that would have been a bullshit deal. It really would have been. So, FedEx, whoever you are, Mr. FedEx, go piss on yourself, right?
Yeah, trust me. I hate the only reason I don't like FedEx is, like, God forbid, do you think that, like, I wish I could specify, hi, can you deliver at like 5, 6 p.m.? They always seem to get me at like 10 a.m., noon. Yep. Like, I mean, I could work from home if I really wanted to, but seriously? And then to try to get the package after that is a bigger pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Because twice I've had them, and then it's pretty much like, hi, can you transfer this? Like, I want to put, like, Dick's, I had something, and I didn't know they used FedEx. I was like, just tell me who you use. If you use FedEx, let me know. I'll have them send it to the Walgreens near me. And it's frustrating. UPS, at least because FedEx doesn't have a station where they can drop it off at near you like UPS does.
Right. PJ, fully understand, man. I fully understand. You moving to Harrisonburg? I like going up there at JMU games. So, yeah, I'm going to continue to look for PJ's moving from Long Island, and he's only got 10 days to move. I'd love to be able to video some races, but not likely to happen. That's cool.
That's fine.
And we will see. I will maybe look for somebody else on the channel that wants to carry it. If they want to do it, that's more than. Now, do you have the game, Tim? Do you have?
I don't. Only thing I have is Stratomatic. With the time that I don't have, pretty much until like the weekend. Like I put like maybe 2 videos out in the last month.
Yeah, I got you. Me and my wife, we're gonna be out of town this weekend. We're actually we're gonna dart back up north again, kind of on the shore side of things, and we're gonna see. We're gonna do maybe a little gamble. We'll see what happens. Anyway, we'll see what's happening. So Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday I won't be here. Tuesday night I'm gonna try to be back in time for 7:00. We'll see what happens. And if I am, I'll probably be texting people going down the road saying, "Hey, I'm gonna get here quick as I can." There's a place in Sandy Level for $60,000, but fixer upper. Yeah, Sandy Level is about 30 miles, 20 minutes from me. Yeah, I know what you're talking about, PJet. He's been all over my area looking for a house. He just doesn't want to fix her up or anything. Yeah, I can understand that. And anybody interested in Second Season Express, let me know. Tell me now. Let me know that you are interested in it. I will get your name down, and then you have to give me a number, 1 to 75, other than number
26.
No 26. 26 has already been taken. So all you got to do is let me know. And my man, Harris Jessup, will send it your way. Rental in Harrisonburg on Craigslist turned out to be a scam. Harrisonburg, man, I tell you, you got to watch things up that way. Things cost more up there, too. Things cost more up that way. Let's see. We've talked about college football. We've talked about some pro football. Do you want to make your pro picks official this week? You want to do that?
Yeah, I mean, I can
actually give you what we did last night, and I'll throw out some throw out some odds to you.
Actually, I wrote down all the spreads.
Did you write down all the spreads? Okay, hold on just for a second, and I will write them down myself. Hello. Let's see.
I think I went with the Raiders pick not holding up. I think I was 500 for the week. Did Harris take me over for that game?
I think you went 8-8.
Yep.
I think that's right.
And then Harris probably went 9-7.
Might have been. Oh, was it him? Was it him or was it Keith? Might have been Keith. I gotta find out here. We'll get it. We'll get it.
And
let's see. It was you went 8. Harris went 8-8. You went 8-8. Both of you.
And that was with me taking 2 absolute long shots with the Giants pick saved my behind. It's like we should change his name to Drunk Fan.
Man, I'll tell you what. Giants. I think that was the one team that surprised the hell out of all of us this week. And they did the job, but we're going to see in just a minute if you take them for a second straight week. And I'm getting that feeling that you're not, just due to the fact that you're laughing about it.
Right, yeah. No, Lightning ain't going to strike twice again.
Lightning doesn't strike twice on that one. Now, let's see.
Even though they had a backfield of Thunder and Lightning at one point.
Yeah, it's. Let's see. I got the picks here somewhere. What the hell did I put them at?
Also, we are.
Here we go. We got Coastal Carolina, number 15 in the country, Arkansas State. 18-point favorites are Coastal. The panel all took Coastal. You're going to take Arkansas State.
Put me with the rest of the panel with Coastal Carolina.
All right. We got you there, Tim. All right. Stanford and Arizona State. This is one we were split on right here. Stanford, they've made some good showings this year. They've played well, and they're going to Arizona State, and they're getting 9.5 points. Arizona State, number 22 in the country. Who you like?
Give me Stanford to cover.
Yep. To get to 9, they'll get 9.5 on that one. All right. Saturday, we're going to bring Alabama into play. Number 1, 17-point favorites at Texas A&M. Who you liking?
I wouldn't doubt if Alabama won by 3 or 4 touchdowns.
They could. I'm on a ship to myself on this one. I actually took A&M on this one. It's the biggest they've been underdog in so many years. It's been a long time. Georgia, 14.5-point favorites against Auburn.
No, give me Georgia by at least 20.
Yeah, I agree. They hadn't even given up a point in 2 weeks, and 99-0, so it's crazy. Penn State, they're traveling to Iowa. 2.5-point favorites. You go join Harris with the Penn State crowd, or you going to join all the rest of us in Iowa?
Traveling to Iowa.
Oh, yeah, you got to take Iowa. We're liking them this week. This was another split one. Red River Shootout, Oklahoma, number 6 in the country, 3.5-point favorites. They're going to play Texas at the Cotton Bowl. Who are you liking in this one?
I wouldn't be shocked if this went to like overtime and maybe Oklahoma won by like 6 because you have to go for 2 after the second overtime now. So give me that. Give me Oklahoma to win by like 6.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I went with Texas here. I think you can go overtime, maybe a field goal. So We'll see. Maryland, Ohio State. Ohio State, 19.5-point favorites. Maryland laid an egg at home last week against Iowa, and they got beat by 35 or something. Do they come back this week?
I'm going to say Stroud doesn't play past the 7-minute mark of the third quarter.
So you're taking Ohio State.
Oh, yes.
All right. Michigan, 3-point favorites at Nebraska. Who you liking here?
That was the weirdest line for I know Nebraska's played tough, but Michigan looked decent against Wisconsin. So give me the Wolverines.
I'm with you. I'm surprised it's not at least 6.5. 6.5 would have sounded right there. even 7 with a hook, 7.5.
Right.
I probably would have still went with Michigan, but 3, I'm with you, man. 3 is a little fishy there. I don't know.
Yeah.
This was another one. Boise State at BYU. BYU number 10 in the country. They're trying to get up there. They want a shot at the playoff. 3.5 points is what BYU's giving up. What do you think?
See, I was thinking about going with Boise State, and y'all mentioned how bad their run defense was. So maybe I should have looked up their stats a little bit more. So give me BYU to cover 3.5.
All right. Yeah, I think they're 93rd in the country against the run. They're not very good. And the thing is, they hadn't played anybody, and they're still getting slaughtered. BYU's got pretty good offense and defensive line. I think they'll settle down with Boise State. I think they beat them pretty bad. Michigan State, Sparty, -6 at Rutgers. Schiano is turning the program around, but can he keep them within a touchdown? What do you think?
No, I'll give me Sparty to cover. I mean, it could be within like 10 points, but
yeah, once it's 6, who cares, right?
Right, exactly.
Arkansas, number 13, they beat Texas. They're going to Ole Miss. Ole Miss 4.5-point favorites here. We're a split panel on this one. What are you thinking?
Give me Ole Miss because they actually scored last week.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, we're split all the way down the middle on that one. Then.
Yeah,
Notre Dame, number 14, 3-point favorite at Virginia Tech this week. And guess what? The whole panel went with Notre Dame. 3 points. What do you like it?
Yep, include me in that group. Notre Dame.
Right. I got you. LSU at Kentucky. Kentucky, number 16 in the country. When's the last time you heard that? 3.5-point favorites against the Tigers. Who you liking?
Yeah, I agree with what Keith said when he was watching. It's like, how did you not get up for that game against Auburn? Like, that's ridiculous. Kentucky cover.
Oh, you like Kentucky? Okay, I'm actually liking LSU in that one. I don't know. Wake Forest, 7-point favorites at Syracuse in the Dome. Who are you liking? Syracuse? Wake Forest is undefeated.
Yep.
They won to Syracuse. Syracuse, tough place to play. Who you like?
It is. Just ask Clemson about that a couple of years ago. Give me Wake. I don't know anything about either team really, but
Wake can throw the football. Wake can throw the football, but Syracuse has beaten Virginia Tech this year too, at home too.
So give me Wake.
All right, I actually took Syracuse in this one. Vanderbilt at Florida. Florida 38-point favorites. Are you going to go with Anthony and on the Vanderbilt wagon, or are you going to stick on the Florida swamp?
I think they can make this the spread that they made Ohio State over Akron, and I still think Florida would cover.
Yeah, I think it could be 15-0 by halftime. SMU, 14.5-point favorites at Navy.
I'm going to go with maybe Navy tries to slow it down a little bit to limit SMU's possessions. So I'm going to go with Navy to cover.
Yeah, I'm going to give you a stat. Tanner Mordecai, 24 touchdowns in 5 games, and averaging 318 yards per game so far. And he's got six INTs, yes, but he's also running 65 yards a game too. SMU, they've got one of the top 15 offenses out there. The thing is, Navy's probably going to have to run the football, and I just think SMU, if they can't stop SMU, SMU's eventually going to make them punt a time or two. I like SMU 14.5. New Mexico at San Diego State. San Diego State, number 25 in the country. 18 points is what they're giving up at home.
Yeah. Sadly, I don't know anything about New Mexico, but
well, I will say this. I will help you out a little bit. New Mexico's defense, not run defense, not pass defense. Their defense is in the bottom 15 in the country. Okay. Their defense is not very good.
I had circled San Diego State, so why not?
I'll say this much. They're not gonna hold San Diego State to under 18. Now, New Mexico may score 20, But I'm
Right.
going to tell you now, San Diego State may put 60 on the board against this team. They're not very, very good.
Rob, we didn't go over Cincy and Temple, Cincinnati and Temple. Give me Cincinnati to cover the 28 points.
Oh, okay. That's right. They are playing this week, aren't they?
Yeah, they're the Friday night game, I think you said in last night's video.
That's right. Friday night game, Temple at Cincinnati. You'll take
Cincinnati to cover minus 28.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. I do see it now. I see you having it right there now. Yeah. And let's see. Do I have my NFL picks this week? Are you still on the? Are you still in it, or are you out of the?
No, I had Dallas -4 for Survivor.
Okay, so you're still good.
I'm 3-0.
Oh, you haven't lost one yet.
No, I had Tampa week 1 against Atlanta. Then I had Arizona, Jacksonville, and then Dallas, Carolina.
All right, so you can't take Arizona, Tampa
or Dallas.
Okay.
And don't worry, I've already got I think I got my decision made. It's not any of that.
That's cool. We'll get you in just a second. I got to find where I have this. Let's see. It's the Rams in Seattle playing. They're playing Thursday night, right?
Yes.
Rams in Seattle. That's who I gotta find. Yeah. How about this one right here? During their 17-game winning streak, the Cardinals scored 115 runs and gave up 53. Pretty damn impressive. But their toughest pitcher they faced was either Sonny Gray or Marcus Stroman. I mean,
what about they didn't face like Brandon Woodruff or?
I think Woodruff missed a start for him, but
Corbin Burns would have been the other one that they might have missed.
Milwaukee. So one of those kids from Milwaukee may have been a better starter.
Well, they swept a 4-game series against them in Milwaukee, right? So they had to run into one or two of them.
Yeah. I want to say Woodruff. I want to say maybe turf toe or something. They gave him midnight. I think that's right now.
Okay.
Let's see. Rams, Seahawks, pick 'em game. It's a 1-point game. Rams, but they head to the Seahawks. Who you like it?
The Rams have always played the Seahawks real tough, no matter whether they've been good or bad. So I'll take the Rams in the point.
All right. Sunday, Jets, Falcons. Falcons 3.5-point favorites. I realize Falcons not played real well. Jets won last week. Can they keep it going in Atlanta? What do you think?
Yeah, I think the Falcons will cover the 3.5 in London.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Patriots, 9.5-point favorites against the Texans.
I think Belichick will game plan enough to maybe gash the Texans defense. Give me Pats in the points.
All right, give up the points. All right. Lions. Are you going to go with the hapless Lions? Vikings, 8-point favorites. You're going to go by yourself on the island of Detroit.
Boy, that was a terrible performance after the first drive by the Vikings offense. I hope they've learned their lesson. If they do, they should cover easily, and I think they will.
All right. Eagles at the Panthers. 3.5-point favorites the Panthers are this week. We like it here.
Against my better judgment, I think I'm going to go with Carolina. I don't, even without McCaffrey, if he doesn't play.
Yep, I got you. I don't know, something about that Eagles defense always just winds me up. Saints, Washington football team, 1.5 points.
If Kamara doesn't run for 150 or Winston, this might be the better Winston game instead of the kind of middling. Give me the Saints to cover.
Yeah. Titans, 4.5-point favorites against the Jags in Jacksonville.
Boy, yeah, that's a Jekyll and Hyde Titans team. They'll watch the second half film against the Jaguars and they'll win.
All right. You got to cover 4.5. I actually took the Jags in that game. We'll see.
I mean, they did play great first half against Cincinnati.
Dolphins at the Bucks, 10.5-point favorites. The Bucks. We all went with the Bucks. You going with them?
Yes, I don't know if Miami even scores 10 points.
Yeah. Yeah. And the Packers, 3.5-point favorites at Cincinnati. We all went with Green Bay.
Yeah, I think that Rodgers has found his groove.
3.5 was a little low on that one. That scared the hell out of me. I thought maybe it would go 7.5. That was crazy. Broncos playing the Steelers. Steelers are 1-point favorite here. That's a pick 'em, man.
My problem is Bridgewater supposed to play or not? I thought it was in concussion protocol.
He may be.
You know what? Maybe Denver keeps this close with Von Miller could have a big day.
So it's who wins. It's who wins 1 point. So
yeah. So give me the Broncos to
pull
win.
a little bit of upset. That'd be a minor upset. Wouldn't be a big one.
Right.
Raiders 6-point favorites.
Give me Vegas to cover.
All right. We all took them too. Browns, Chargers, another pick'em game. Chargers -1 in this ball game.
Only because I think the Chargers defense is a little bit better. Plus, the Browns didn't look great in the passing game. They might stick 8 in the box and go, "Please, Baker, come on." So give me the Chargers to win that game as much as.
Plus they got to go out west too. That doesn't help. Giants and Cowboys. Giants, can they do a Daniel Jones 2.0 at Dallas? Dallas giving up 8.
No, I think Dallas has found their offense. Zeke for 2 touchdowns. Yeah, give me the Cowboys -8.
49ers going to the Cardinals. Cardinals 4-point favorites. They hadn't tripped up yet. Are they going to trip up this week?
I think they are, actually. So, I mean, the simplified offense for Garoppolo might actually be what might save the 49ers this year.
I'm with you. I take the 49ers in this game. I think almost they may outright win this game.
They could.
Yeah, I think they could. Bills against the Chiefs. Only one of us took the Chiefs. Chiefs are 3.5-point favorites in this game against the Bills. I think that slowed us down a lot because they just had their offense hadn't been the same this year. Who you liking here? It's in their head.
Yeah, that's probably why they're favored by the 3.5. But I like the Bills because I don't like the Chiefs defense.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, I don't trust the Chiefs offense all the way yet. They're too shoddy. They go 3 and out too many times. You can't do that against the Bills team that can slaughter you.
Right.
Monday night, Colts, Ravens. You're going to go on the Colts Island or the Ravens 6.5-point favorites here. You're going to go on the island and try it.
No, I'm gonna take the Ravens by at least 7.
All right, and let's see. We've got locks of the week. First off, you can go with college. You can go with pro. We don't care.
No, I'm not trying to do college after going 333 for college last week.
All right. Now, that's not your survivor pool. This is just one that if you were going to bet money, you would throw some money on it. Which team is that this week?
Okay, so my survivor pool pick is the Packers -3.5.
All right. Packers is Tim's survivor pick. All right. And this week's lock of the week.
Lock of the week. Give me the Saints -1.5 against the WTFs.
Yeah. I'm with you. I'm with you on that. Yeah, I'm with you. I just don't see Washington winning 2 games in a row. Heineke's capable of throwing for 350 yards. Their defense is capable of stopping a running back from getting 50 yards. Their defense is capable of sacking the quarterback 10 times. All this is capable. They are capable, but it's like a kid going to school. You're capable of getting A's, but most of the time they get to B+ or C- or some bullshit like that, and they don't show their full capabilities, the Saints are the better team. I'm with you there. I think the Saints are the better team. So, baseball time coming up. Give me a final score for tonight.
I'll go like 6-4 Dodgers.
6-4. So you say it's going to go over the total. 7.5 is the over.
Okay.
Over under. Okay, I'm going to go 5-1 Dodgers. I don't think the Cardinals are going to get that many on the board tonight. I really don't. A name that they're going to be talking about tonight at the end of the game, pitcher or hitter, it does not matter. Who's going to really shine tonight? Who do you think?
How about somebody like the Taylor kid from the Dodgers?
Chris Taylor.
Chris Taylor, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Maybe he drives in like 2 or 3 runs
all
with
right.
a single or double.
I'm going to say this. Scherzer doesn't hit 100 pitches in 7 innings, and they're going to take him out, and they're going to pat him on the back, and that's going to be enough. I don't think the Giants want to see this Dodgers team. I really don't.
No,
no,
not in a 5-game series.
They're going to be in a good piss mood. And the thing is, we have been talking all year long. The Giants. They're finally going to catch them. They didn't. So now tonight, the Dodgers are going to be pissed off, and then they go. Even I don't care if they do put Scherzer back to the game 3 or whatever. I still think they're going to be very, very tough against the Giants. I like Milwaukee. I like the Rays. I'm liking Milwaukee against Tampa in the World Series. Who
that would be a breath of fresh air, but sadly, I'm going to go with with preseason with ID Juster. It'd be a miracle if it happened. White Sox and Dodgers.
Could happen. LaRusso's going to have to wake up from the grave to do it, but we'll see.
Yeah, and he's got hopefully Giolito and Lance Lynn healthy. So, and Hendricks finally came around. I think he might have led the lead. He was like top 3 in saves for the year.
Yeah, and they're playing. Let's see, they're playing the West team. Houston.
Houston.
Yeah. And so Washington. Boston and Tampa, 2 heavyweights playing each other. If the Dodgers win, they'll be playing the Giants, 2 heavyweights together. That's kind of sad. Brewers and Braves. It's going to be pretty wide open and wild. Don't forget on my channel, guys, I'm going to have the Supersonics, Seattle Supersonics. And I'm going to have the Denver Nuggets averaging 126 points a game, back from the 81-82 NBA season. I hope you'll watch it. Status Pro Basketball. We're going to have it coming up in the next week or so, maybe a week. I want to make sure I get my game straight. I don't want to be figuring out how to play it while I'm on here. Thanks so much, Tim, for coming on tonight.
All right. Thanks, Rob.
You guys have a good one.